like he needs some medication or some sleep or some.
Oh yeah. Come on, Mike.
Uh-oh, guess who's in the house, guys?
Mike?
Mike Cerrone. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Joe? Hey, Saul. Hey, Pal, and everybody.
What's
Hank.
up, Mike?
What up,
What's
Mike?
Up? What's up, Big Jake?
Do you want to watch?
Same shit,
Hello,
bro.
Mike. Nice
Mike,
to meet you.
everybody said that you are a really good troll. I have seen your troll work. It's not as good as it can be. How can I help?
Well, see, what I do is I wiggle in, but the place I like the most is here. I swear to God.
You like your home the most? Yeah,
I like this place the most because
Wait,
Joe doesn't let people get attacked. And that's the thing. So these other channels, like I was on channels today, and they're attacking people, like yelling and cursing and screaming. And I had a channel today talk about my passed away grandmother and having sexual relations with her. Like what man says that to another man?
Or
Like that.
Another
Larry Flint.
The other person is
That's not shock value. That's not funny. That's not trying to get views. That's disgusting to say. It's disgusting.
Oh, so Mr. Cerrone, is it okay when Joey Amico says all those lies about my dead brother? He makes up all these sick lies about my brother. Is that okay? Or is it just cut off when people are talking about fucking your dead grandma?
And there's a reason why.
Are you my wife?
There's a reason why their channel never grows. Because what happens is that their channel never grows because they stay on a certain amount of views, certain amount of subscribers, and then people get tired of watching that nonsense. The reason why someone like Joe grows or someone like Dr. Dave grows is because they can hold a conversation. That's all I was trying to say. But these guys, they come on and they're yelling, they're cursing, they're saying the most.
That's great, Mike. I've been on a panel before, but what makes your troll special?
What makes my troll special?
Sure. I'm teaching a student here how to troll. Trolling is an art.
That's a student?
He said an art.
Yeah, it's California.
Oh, how was school today? Oh, cool. We just watched Mike Cerrone on YouTube. That's what we're learning in our class. And just saying, this is what your professor does in his spare time, lady.
And where do you teach?
California.
Just the college. So you're in California.
I teach at a university paid for by the state of California. So
but you're at a university, but it's 8:24 at night, which would make it 5:30 there, 5:30ish there.
Yeah, it's 5:23. I'm just wasting time.
Okay, so it wouldn't be that bright.
Oh yes, it is. I'm in Vegas.
It's cloudy.
It's just as bright.
It's cloudy outside.
I got this.
Yeah, what are you? Are you
I got the
What are
same.
you talking about? Are you trying to say I'm not in California?
Sun sets
I don't
in
know
the
why
west.
I asked you. I don't know where
Yeah,
you are.
it's California. It's 5:30 here. It's 5:30 weather.
I don't know where you are. I asked you.
I got this.
So is Mike trolling Nick Vogt now? He's like, oh, where you live at? What? No, it wouldn't be that bright where you are. No, you're lying. You're just a liar. And then when you're like not winning the crowd over and everybody's like, yeah, it would be that bright. You're wrong, Mike. Then he's like, I'll just ask you a question. Well, is it not okay to ask questions? I'll just ask you a question. That's, I guess, trolling. It just makes you look like a fucking paranoid schizophrenic. That's what you look like. You don't believe anybody about the slightest thing. You asked them where they're watching from. They told you, and you doubted it because you're a freaking weirdo, Mike. You hear the ambulance? They're coming to pick up what's left of your brain.
Same exact weather. I got the same exact weather. He's in LA.
I just
I'm in
asked you a
Vegas.
question. That's all. I just asked you a question. That's all.
Well, Mike,
So,
why do they all say I need to meet you? Because I've heard that you are
Look.
the master troll.
And you can see right
So-
now, this is me, Las Vegas. You can see I got the same exact weather as Nick does. He's in LA. See the clouds in the sky?
Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
It's starting
Same
to get dark.
system.
It's starting to get dark, but not dark
Yeah,
yet.
that happens. That because the Earth is a spinning, sphere, and sun goes down.
He's 250 miles further west.
Gotcha. But Nick, I didn't know where you were. That's why I was asking. I didn't know where you are. I don't know.
Well,
if
where are
you're down
you?
the street. I'm in the state of Virginia.
Hey guys, real quick, I'm
you
gonna
do a lot
go
of
grab
work
my
at Vir-
food.
you
I'll be
know,
right. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're in.
Last month, 2 months ago.
The lab where I could grab all my data is in Newport News, Virginia. I've been there many, many times. I've lived in Williamsburg.
So Newport
Right.
News and Williamsburg are two different places. So what'd you say? I
No, I
hear
worked in Newport News, but lived in Williamsburg. So
You lived in Williamsburg?
Why? Is that-
You said you lived in. You were breaking up. You lived
I
in
lived.
Williamsburg.
No, I'm sorry. I lived in Williamsburg because I worked, and I still do research at a lab in Newport News, Virginia. The
Was that for proton therapy?
not proton therapy, but we collide protons. It's at the Thomas Jefferson National Laboratory in Newport News.
Yeah, Department of Energy.
Yep, that's.
Yep.
That's.
Yep. See, I'm a lot smarter than I let on.
I never said you weren't.
It's funny because people think that I'm like just this dumb person. I'm actually much more educated than I let people know. But if you ask me how am I so effective, what I do is I see people that are harming other people, and I wiggle in, and then I get under their skin. And Joe has rules. He has rules. He has standards.
Oh, okay. So he's doing this because he's saying, oh, I like peace and I like standards. That's why I go around and try to cause a bunch of chaos and report a bunch of channels. That's why I reported your channel a bunch of times that you had me on, Joey. That's what he's saying right now. It's like, oh, I just do it because I'm normal. You guys. I mean, sure, Psycho. Sure, Michael Cerrone. Sure.
And that's what I like. That's what I like about him. I like that about him, that he has these standards. He has these rules. The other channels, they just yell, curse, and scream at everyone that comes on.
I'm sorry, which other channels? I don't know what other channels you've been on.
I'm not going to really say the channel names, but
Dr. Dave. I know. I've
no,
seen
not
that.
Dave. No, I love Dave. Dave's
Oh,
great.
Dave rules.
Yeah,
Dave is
Dave's
shit.
great. Dave's awesome. I would never say anything bad about Dave. And but like the other smaller channels, the channels that have those little subscribers and they have to potty
The
mouth.
banana guy. Whatever his name is.
Not so much.
And others. We'll send you an approved list, Nick.
But the biggest negativity people are what's his name? Billy Rabbit and Dave.
I don't know much about him.
Silly Rabbit and Dave and people like that. When you go on someone's panel, right? If you ask me, Nick.
So right there, when he's saying Dave, he is talking about David Acton. It's all smoky. Yeah, he's talking about David Acton when he says Dave. So just so you know, even though this happened years ago, this is the first time Mike Cerrone met Nick Volt. So if you're wondering why I'm bothering to bring this up, it's because Nick Volt's been back in the community lately. He probably thought he was off our radar because he's going to more fringe channels in the community like Gen X Jeffries, but that's still semi on the radar and in the community. Sadly, if we could get rid of Antler Boy, I'd kick him out. He'd kick me out, but he can't. So he just blocks me. Anyway, this is the first time they met. I thought it was not very entertaining, but there are other videos. They're all going to be about Nick Volt right now, and then I'm hoping Nick Volt sees this and feels so inclined to pop up on panel at some point, either today, tomorrow, next day, whenever, but at some point, and then I can make him cry again or something. We'll see what happens. But I'm a little confused, so we'll see.
If you say to
what
me,
happens,
Nick, you say, Cerrone, come up, let's talk, and let's squash things. Let's figure this out, right? And then you go up, and then they start talking about banging
We're on
your
the
dead
backup
grandmother.
channel, Shameless.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, look at it. Look,
So we're on the backup channel. I could give you a wrench on the backup channel too, but I'm guessing I gave you a wrench on the main channel. I haven't taken anybody's wrenches, so don't worry about that. We're on the backup channel. I switch channels. I keep switching between
at
them.
the stream. I mean,
Well,
it's
okay, take a look at this.
but it's
person's stuff.
it's on there. I mean, like,
Take a
and
look
they're
at
they're laughing about it like it's funny.
Well, that's
you know-
the problem with these people is they don't like look at this person.
Yeah, I gotta go there and do some things. That's what I was actually
Yeah.
doing. I was
And
gonna
Nick,
go
this-
pin
this-
it
this-
right
Nick,
now.
this is
Nobody tells me who. In fact, even with Joe, like
Nobody
sometimes other
tells
people
me
say, "Oh my god, I can't believe
where
you want
I
to go."
pin
I go, you don't
my
get to tell
link.
me who I'm friends with and who I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I'll
And
pin my
trust me,
damn
see,
link
I don't
where I
know you.
feel like pinning my
So
damn
Mike,
link.
he has the
Woman.
opportunity to show me who he is, just like I'm showing him who I am. So I will decide on my own
There you can have
whether.
a standard mod. There you go.
So, Nick, if you ask me where my loyalty is, it's here. That's where my
I never asked about
loyalty is.
loyalty.
But when I go over to other channels, I disrupt them. I bang the hornet's nest. So I'm not kissing their butt. I'm creating chaos.
I am Professor Chaos, and now this puny world will bow down to me.
Cutaway gag. I love
Because
it.
their
I love the
channels,
cutaway
they
gag there.
come
That was
down
good. I love
because they can't help themselves. They go crazy.
Oh my
And-
god! Wait! Stop! Okay, I just had this brilliant idea, Mike. You and I need to create a channel.
it.
We're
Put
gonna
a
call
link
it
for Nick Volt.
Deserve
Nick
to
Volt wants to
Disturb.
join the link. Here's a
And
link.
we're just
for
gonna be a
Nick
troll
Volt.
channel.
Nick, I have a way. I don't know how
Let's
I do it.
it.
I have a way
Joe, what do you think?
of irritating people so badly that they lose their crap.
Yep.
And I love it. And then they're like, I'll come to your house. That'd be the worst idea ever.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not
it's so
threatening
booty.
anybody. Like, the only person I threatened was one person because they threatened me. That's the only reason I
Not
threatened
threatening
one
nobody.
person.
That one person.
If someone threatens you, Nick, wouldn't
when
you threaten
people
them
do
back?
that.
At a response.
All right, we'll just wrap that one up there. Mike's run. All right, he was saying threaten a lot as well, so that's pretty good time to wrap that one up. Let's go to the second video I found with Nick Volt. I'm just searching for videos in my library right now that say Nick Volt. Again, this is all just an effort to lure out Nick Volt right now. Just bored, and I want to, troll with somebody, Why not the master troll champion of the world, Harmeet Ruwas? Who's on the fucking turmoil, whatever that is, he's on them opiates. But he's definitely sounding very low energy right now. Probably not in the mood to argue, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't think you can argue on those kind of painkillers. He'd be like, I just want to get a lot. I'd probably make him cry again. And I don't want to do that. I was joking. I don't actually want to make him cry again. All right, let's see. Nick Volt's here. Joey's here. It says, now I remember. Sad face. That time Nick betrayed me. So at some point, I felt betrayed by Nick Volt during this video. Let's see how long ago it was I posted this. 2 years ago. It got a whopping 182 views in 2 years. Wow. Fucking kudos to me. I bet I made like 20 cents off of that video, But no, actually, this ain't no monetized. I haven't made anything off of it yet. Damn, that's even rougher. Shit. This ain't a monetized channel yet. But it's gonna be. We're doing the fraud or troll system now. We're gonna get a bunch of them, a bunch of monetized channels. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna do it though. We can do it
when we have different streams.
I
But
got
you're doing the
plans.
channel a disservice.
I shall use it
You're
with
sowing
honor.
division against this one individual whose clear goal is to attack this channel. And again, what we really should show that he's doing is he's just consolidating everything. And we may disagree about
Consolidating
stuff.
power is what
However,
you
the
would
one
say.
thing we all agree on is you're a child hand banana and you're playing with fire.
Fuego.
And you want to play adult games with adults, well, there are consequences to that.
Reaper says, "What's
It's
up?
not all fun and games.
What's his
Yo,
up?
Travis.
What's his
Look,
up?
man, I'm keeping it real. Right now, this ain't cool what you're doing, man. This ain't cool because not only that, now I got Ham Banana backstage laughing about the shit you're leaving her. So you're kind of like you're not helping my cause. You got something you want to contribute, but Nick's being attacked, I'm being attacked. We're all trying to work together to address this issue. So all that stuff that you guys are doing, this is not.
So apparently I was backstage while all this was happening, which makes sense. Notice there's 25 people watching the live stream, not that many people. I know Joey did say he had like a booming channel, but it really went south after a certain point because we all did a lot of things to get ourselves canceled. We couldn't make it to the big stage because of all the things we do. But anyway, I guess I was back there messing with Joey, and Nick Volt had decided to team up with Joey early on, and by extension he ended up kind of teaming up with Mike Cerrone early on, I believe. So that might be in the videos as well, where him and Mike are actually getting along before all the drama.
This ain't the time, man.
Yeah, and by sewing division, the only person you're helping is Hand Banana. I mean,
Yeah,
divide and conquer, and that's not the way it
that's
goes.
what I'm saying. This ain't roast night. This ain't roast night, man.
Well, to be fair, there was only like one roast night, and I roasted the shit out of you guys. It was fun though. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really exist anymore because your damn channels always get deleted. So it's a good thing my channel exists because then there would be no remains of your. Skip my
If you've got a
banter.
conflict with them, that's fine.
This is about Nick
I don't
Volt,
think
not my
that I even
lovely
called you out
banter.
for obsessing over this channel, but now you turn around and you attack me directly. Well, again, you're just consolidating power, and there are things I know about you which I haven't shared, but now that information is available to whoever wants it. I'm pretty good at this game. And that also goes to your silly followers who can't understand why this channel has become consolidated. Okay, there's a lot you don't know. And Hand Banana, with your little childish little, making fun of people on the internet, trying really hard to be part of, the other channels like the Mass Hole and Team Skeptic, you're never going to be like that. I even told you that. It's like you're not growing.
That's not true. I was actually on their channels and I was fairly welcomed to show up. I mean, arguably I would get too drunk and become arguably combative, but that is kind of the shit shows that people like to see sometimes. So I mean, I wasn't necessarily like blackballed from that community or anything. I just got bored with it. And I mean, really, I was kind of hitting like my peak with the Chili DeCastro stuff. Even now, if I post a Chili DeCastro video, that gets the most views. Joey's a good second. Mike Cerrone is a third on the views. But right now, yeah, the Joey stuff and, the Chili DeCastro stuff. And I didn't get banned from that community or kicked out or anything. I just chose to be part of the drama. Is what I chose to do.
Viewers by just attacking one channel. And now you decide to come after people who really you shouldn't. And I agree with you, Joe. I mean, the problem here is like even with Yum, you're basically, I mean, you're siding with Hand Banana. This is what he wants. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. When if you're coming up in here in the chat, joking about this shit, trying to promote somebody else's channel, this ain't the time, man. I'll put that shit in timeout. I'm not trying to deal with that shit.
Like I did.
It's not your child that's being threatened. If that was your child that somebody's threatening to harm, you probably would have took it a little more serious.
Well, that's why I told you don't talk about my family, Joey and Miko, because then I'm gonna start talking about yours. Oh yeah, and you get your little pennies all in a wad. I mean, you wanted to play, and I was like, okay, let's play. Actually, motherfucker, let's play. And then you turned into a little scary bitch, started talking about calling the cops and everything. I mean, it was a whole mess. It was just looking back on the past. But it was a whole mess. It was funny, though. Joey switched up real quick.
Yeah. And exactly, and again, I mean,
I remember those
he's
times.
a liar.
Look.
Hand Banana lied. I mean, he said straight to my face, "Oh, look at the messages Joe sent me."
Exactly.
And at the time, I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
So I know some of the detractors here say that's being a backstabber, but no, it's trust but verify. And generally, at first, if I don't know somebody, I kind of believe they have no reason to lie. Until
Everybody
that
has
trust is gone,
reasons
and
to
once it's
lie.
gone, it's gone. The one thing I don't tolerate is lying. I don't lie. And right now, if you want to attack the chat,
He says he doesn't lie, but even today or yesterday, there's a video clip of him going up on Gen X Jeffries, and he's saying he never showed Mike Cerrone's grandson, which we all know is a big fucking lie, right? We all know that, right? He showed Mike Cerrone's grandson. Part of the reason why we're watching these Nick Volt videos, I just was like, hey, I was gonna look around through Nick Volt videos and see if I recorded it, and if not, somebody will send me a link to where he showed it, so somebody out there in the chat, send me the link to where Nick Vogt showed the picture that got Mike so upset. And I'm pretty sure it was a kid, just to prove a point that Nick Vogt is a fucking liar. And he's like, I don't lie. And be like, yeah, you do. You're a fucking opioid head, fucking lying fucking cuck. That's what you are. You're a cuck. And you fucking own the 7-Eleven and you think it's a Subway.
Channel, you attack one of us, you're attacking all of us. It's like NATO. Now, if you don't want to be part of NATO, then leave.
If they come in the chat and they're just sowing division, they're not doing nothing to help the situation. Like I said, this isn't just a roast. This isn't an open panel. This is a laser focused discussion. And so, you know what I mean? All that other stuff is just it's as if like they're siding with the enemy.
Yeah, and I that's a good point. I'm not roasting Hand Banana. I mean, sure, I might pull something here and there and call him a 13-year-old, but Hand Banana, tactically, bad move. And
Hi,
all you're
Deanna.
doing is getting a whole bunch of people on one side against you. And for what? It's not getting you views. Speaking of statistics, your views don't match the amount of comments you have. Statistics don't lie. Why do you only have like a couple of old people who just sit around and comment on your video all day? Yet your view.
Well, just because my demographic is older people that like to watch people argue for fun the way they used to watch Jerry Springer back in the day or whatever, since David said that earlier. I was wondering, where did I get the Jerry Springer shit? It was from David today. He said it. But yeah, just because that's my demographic doesn't mean the comments don't match the views. They're just older people and they like to talk a lot. When I respond, they tend to respond back and we have a back and forth. That doesn't mean like the comments don't match the views though, because it's an actual conversation we're having. So I mean, the conversations are still there, and some videos don't even get comments at all. Some will get hundreds of views, no comments. Nobody wants to say nothing. Bunch of bush babies, I'm guessing. But it would not benefit me to pay for any views. I never understood that. Like the subscriber thing to get to 1,000, I could see that. Fraud or troll thing. That's what he taught me. But the freaking like buying views is just stupid, pointless, and a waste of money. Like you don't get paid for that, nothing. It's just stupid. I would never do that.
Views show a lot higher than that. Just statistically doesn't make any sense.
To you.
If you want to debate me on statistics, Hand Banana. Yeah. What?
Yeah, he has Dr. Dave reject. So Dr. Dave's not doing like that.
See, those are real people though.
Idiots.
Those are real people
Joey
though.
Bashers. They just had to find somewhere else. Oh, there's an open panel. Boom.
It's and I'm not angry about it. It's just look. I was at first, I do not support any of the text messages you sent to Joe. That already made me mad because that's, they are lines you don't cross. They are lines you don't cross no matter what. Threatening people's family, that's a red line.
Huge red line in the sand.
Yeah. And it's also a bad thing to do because when you do threaten people's families, they sometimes don't react in the way you think they'll react. You're opening yourself to a whole lot of trouble. And why play with fire? For what? Just to make some funny video in the morning? Because I guess nobody's watching your other videos. And so, let's see how many other people we can drag in. I heard that he talks crap on Megan as well. For whatever reason. Is that true?
Oh yeah, it's true. He talks. Oh, he doesn't just talk crap, but he calls it a C word. He says some nasty stuff about her. I mean, it's like the other day, he was just like that. Oh, that rant. He was just saying some nasty. I mean, he was just saying some nasty stuff. And
yeah, that's absurd. And you know what? To the people who follow him, it's like you think that behavior is acceptable. You think he's in the right and we're in the wrong.
Hey, and just remember, the same people over there supporting Ham Banana are all the people who were on Dr. Dave saying that, oh, what I was doing was so bad because I doxed Dr. Dave and gave up his address. But you know something? I never threatened to kill that guy. I never threatened to harm any of his family members. You never see nothing like that.
Nope.
All I did was I just went over there with a camera and I busted his balls and I doxed him. Here, everybody. Here's the dude that's, you know what I mean? So, but I didn't threaten to harm anybody.
You're correct. They're all pissed off because, the drama ended and it turned out into something positive. And so now they just want to, talk crap on that. Why? Just to entertain themselves. And, most of the people who are following his channel are these, old people who I guess their family doesn't, doesn't come and visit. I mean, you got the old spinster, squishy grandma.
Squishy grandma,
big, but clearly has wasted her entire
was that
life.
Squishy the cat back then?
Oh, she's
Squishy grandma.
She's a disgusting human being.
I feel bad that either if you are a spinster, you have nobody to come visit you, or if your family just I don't know, maybe they had better things to do, and so you just sit on the internet talking crap. You can come over here to where the adults talk, where we talk about more stuff than just haha, look at this, blah 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 blah. I mean, you're 33 years old. Angel, like, what the hell are you talking like that? 33 years old. And as far as these, the old people on this channel, it's like, my dad is like getting close to 80 years old. He doesn't act like that. He would never act like that.
So Yum's going to email me some proof, and I want to see that. Let's see it, Yum. I want to see what you have.
Well,
Yum, just jump. Yeah, just jump backstage and just put it in a private chat real quick. What, just a general, what you have on him.
Because with all of those sites like Been Verified, this and that, they do get a lot of stuff wrong, but I'm pretty good at corroborating information. And like I said, I keep that information to myself just in case I ever have to use it.
I'm sure she's fine.
Banana, I keep some of these assets to myself, and now I'm giving them to other people.
Ooh, I should be.
Yum, he isn't backstage anymore.
Yeah, he
is not backstage. He ran away like a little girl.
There used to be a Coraline thing in there, it looks like. Let's see what else we got with Nick Voltron. Nick Voltron 222 MD. What else did we got for him? That was the first one. I've seen that one before. That was the one we watch right now. Nick Volt's Rampage. What? Bullied. Oh, is this where the guy shows like a whole damn movie? I don't know. It's like a whole movie he shows. He's a thing of my dead brother. That's a picture of my dead brother and his wife. It's very nice. It's Mike Cerrone's basement glory hole. Thanks for having that thumbnail. I'm sure. That's great. Yeah. Nick Volt goes to Vegas Valley to get respect. All right, we'll watch that. I clicked on this earlier, so I don't know what happens here.
Getting more
Were you guys watching that? It was fun.
Hey, David's there. Look at David's on the panel.
Getting more
Were you guys watching that?
Oh, that's
It
David
was
packing
fun.
his cigarettes. I was wondering what that was.
Brian, because he sort of backed me up on some stuff, and they
Right.
clearly showed that they were unable to have an intellectual conversation.
Mhm.
And then Tyler Durden asked me a question, which was actually like, "Why do you come here? Why are you here to troll?" And I, of course, let her speak for 2 minutes, and then I went to answer my question, and boom, reverse rage quit. They don't want to hear the answer because they know
Reverse
what the
rage
answer
quit.
is.
Nah, 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 nah,
I'm
nah.
fascinated by their
That's crazy.
stupidity. That's what I'm fascinated by. Who's that?
Nah, it's a picture of my
Him and his
dead brother.
Oh, the dead one?
I mean, I shit you
Yes,
not.
the dead one.
One of them said, "How is it feeling like living like AIDS?" It's like, what the fuck is this? 1984 and 1986?
Made me
That's
sad.
still a
That made me
thing?
sad. I have a picture of him up on the wall, but I
And,
forgot
Weirdo,
all
man.
the.
That's a weirdo.
I do forget all the shitty things.
Yeah, they
Joey
are
does.
fucking weird. You know,
Or
I
did
mean,
did
I
in
don't
the
have a problem
past.
with
It's
Angel, but,
not a big deal, but whatever.
You know, people ask me why I come
Still
to this
sad.
channel. I come to this channel because I get respect, and I give it back to this channel. For all the shit they say about Joe and Vegas Valley and the people that come on this channel was making fun of Mike, making fun of Saul, making fun of the communist. Sorry.
Tell Julia. He showed a picture
Besides
of
Dave, I don't know
Julia
you that
too.
much, but
Wow.
you're part of here. Is they don't give respect.
Quick
to
Vic.
people.
He was
And
mad
if
at Quick
you
Vic.
don't agree with every single thing they say, then you're the bad guy.
Well, there goes that one. Mike Cerrone, Debbie Father. No, we're looking for Nick Volt. Why did this turn into Mike Cerrone's? Mike Cerrone tells a story about working at the Defense Intelligence Agency. Nick Volt's up there, but it's not about him. Mike Cerrone wants Mr. P's channel to fail. Speaking of which, let's go look at that, actually. Let's look at this. We got something from Mr. P's that I was going to look at, because Mike's in it, so we can watch this. I think it's this one. Was it this one? Where was he? Oh, Nick.
Just having fun. So.
Shout out to Ross Khan. Big and sexy.
All right, go ahead. I'll jump back up. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Oh, I want you guys.
Bye bye, Mike. Are you afraid, Mike? Bye bye. Bye bye, Mike.
Thank you. Come again.
Oh, so he's naked too.
Wait, this guy sounds sober. This isn't the same dude, is it?
No.
So we got obviously this is Late Night Mr. P's channel, so his name's also Mike, by the way, if you guys don't know. But it can get a little confusing because he's Late Night Mike. He goes by Late Night Mike sometimes. So, I mean, it does get a little confusing with the mics, But so we got Late Night Mr. P. We got freaking Mike Cerrone. You got Cap Gun down there on the right, and you got Nick Volt on the bottom left. So those are the people that we're gonna focus on.
I was just okay.
guy.
All right.
Although Cap Gun is boring.
You know what
dude.
the-
Cap Gun.
Wait, hold on.
answer is?
Ross
Hold
just
on,
said
hold on.
I sounded sober, and then somebody said
Mhm.
he's drunk. Like, how?
So I sounded sober. It's like you sound like you're on pills or something, and it's been well documented. Even the other day when you were on Jeffries, you admitted to buying a bag of opioids. Like, who the fuck gives you a big old thing of pills in a bag? Not a pharmacist, but like he said, he's stepping his game up or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but damn, you gotta be careful, Nick Volt. You can't be taking those painkillers and shit like that. You're getting all fucked up, especially when you start drinking liquor with them. That's gonna be rough, man. That's
What
what,
are you?
probably what made him
Wow,
cry
this
the
is a
first time.
whole new Nick Volt up here. He's actually not talking over everybody.
Well, hold on,
I mean, he
guys,
normally
hold on.
doesn't
You're doing
ask;
that.
he just
Shut up.
does it. Russ, chill the fuck out, please.
Hey, you get to rip him
Go
up in a
lay,
minute.
Russ, go lay down, please. Jesus, relax.
Okay, may I continue?
Please don't.
So
Briefly.
based on the data which we collected,
20 seconds or less. You're out of
My
time,
bad.
Nick.
Sorry about that.
Once again,
I didn't know it was unmuted.
Oh no. Hey, Mike.
What's the matter, Nick? Normally you just talk
be aware
over
that sound
everybody.
is eventually
What's going on? I don't understand it. Why would you ask? Just
That's not
keep
good.
talking.
Sorry
That's
about
the
that.
picture of my grandson. He just showed a picture of my underage grandson.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
was that it? Was that
He just
it?
showed my underage.
Why would you ask? Just
Oh, they blurred it out. This is the video where he did it. This is the
That's not
video.
good.
Wow, they blurred it out though. Look at right here. He flashes it by for like a second or something. See his camera's
Mike.
What's the matter,
on.
Nick? Normally you just
Camera's
talk
on.
Be
over
aware that sound
everybody.
is
Just
eventually
what's going on? I don't.
Then he accidentally flashes it or whatever. And he's like, oh, that's not good. And then he switches it because he's like, oh, it's. And Mike's just flabbergasted. He's like, is that a kid? Is that one of my kids or something? You know, and I got questions for Mike Cerrone as well, because does his kid, does he have grandkids? I don't think he has grandkids old enough to be the kid that was in that picture. So I don't know about this story either way. I would have to talk to Mike and talk to Nick Horneet, you know. But still, I know Nick Volt there showed a picture of a kid. They blurred it out because it was a fucking kid.
Don't understand it. Why would you ask? Just
That's not
keep
good.
talking.
Sorry
That's
about
the
that.
picture of my grandson. He just showed a picture of my underage grandson.
Oh, Nick.
He just showed a picture of my underage grandson.
Which you posted publicly.
Wait, what? Did I miss that?
So why are you
He
going
just,
to
he
kid?
just showed my grandson on your fucking page.
He said, which you posted publicly, admitting, hey, I just did it. You posted it publicly. So today, arguably, this was like 2, maybe close to 3 years ago. He can argue he forgot. He's high on fucking opioids all the time and shit. So he forgot, whatever. I don't know. He has a busy life. This ain't his whole world. He didn't even remember he doxed, Mike Cerrone's grandkid, allegedly. Because, I mean, he did show a picture of a kid, but I don't know if that was Mike Cerrone's grandkid or not. So, I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways, Ras, may I call you Ras? Is that to go by, or Illusion? What can I
I'm
call
gonna
you?
fuck you up, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up.
He's slurring his words.
Oh,
Nick Volt
man.
slurring his words too.
Dude, you got a shit.
Words
storm.
answer the
Slurring his
question.
words.
You
You can
just
tell.
showed
Okay,
my
well,
grandson.
I tried to answer the question,
no
but
reason.
I am
For no
pissed.
reason.
You can tell.
So
Why would you
let
show
me know
your-
when you're ready to
Nick,
hear the
why would you
answer.
show my grandson?
I mean,
Why?
yes.
Why would you show
You don't have to
someone's
answer.
grandson on online? Is my grandson on YouTube? No. Why would you show his picture?
He is now.
Your grandson's on the
Okay.
internet, which you
Ooh.
posted.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he doesn't have YouTube.
I've never seen him on the
But do you
internet.
think I hacked?
Even whether his grandson was posted or not, why would you use it?
Why would you show a picture of my grandson?
Nick, what is it about no kids that you don't understand?
See, and this is a big part of the whole thing too. Like the community was very anti, like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that stuff. Like everybody's a pedophile, and like that was a really big thing. Everybody's a pedophile. You're a pedophile. And I'm like, the fact that he brought kids into it at that time was like, dang, Nick. Like you knew you were gonna get thrown, through the ringer. Like you should have anyway. I thought like that would have been common sense, but Nick was like, no, this is cool. This is gonna scare Mike Cerrone and nobody's gonna say nothing about it, Like he thought that was gonna happen, but it didn't. It really backfired on him.
Well, this individual is trying to go after my kids.
No, Nick,
so,
you're
Nick,
you're
I'm
children.
asking a question.
Yeah.
What is it
So,
about?
Rast, if you want to
no
talk about climate
kids
change, I'm
do
willing to
not
do that. But
understand?
I'm not going to engage in this silliness about, oh,
fuck with
blah, blah, blah,
kids.
blah.
The fact that you love kids?
I do
You're
love
sick
kids.
fuck. Yeah.
No, I do love
I'm-
kids.
You really love kids, but not in the normal way.
Yeah, I do. I do.
We're gonna stop the
You
child
just admitted it.
conversation.
Okay.
We're gonna stop the child conversation.
Well,
Nick, I don't want to post
tell
any
Nick that
children
then,
here.
because Nick doesn't seem to understand.
Nick, can you change your avatar, please, Nick?
This isn't a
I did
child.
change it.
That's
I
actually
did
Nick.
change it.
Isn't that Nick? Is that not
No,
Nick?
no, that's me. That's not anybody's. That's me. My avatar.
Yeah,
is
but
Nick.
what was the picture prior?
Guys,
to
let's
that?
fight with our
The one
mouths. Let's
prior
not
to
fight with
that.
any pictures of people.
Don't
kids.
take
Nick
a walk
talks about
around.
kids having sex with each other, and Nick
Yeah,
just shows
Nick,
my
could you do that?
All right, so
No,
Mike-
I agree. I was actually trying to post a picture
No,
of
you weren't, Nick. Nick,
Mike
Nick,
Cerrone.
no, you
In
weren't.
fact,
No, you weren't.
I will
No, you
post
weren't,
the
Nick.
one
Nick,
which
you're
I
a sick
should have
fuck.
posted.
Nick, you're a sick fuck. You're a pedophile, Nick.
yeah, what if this,
Much as I hate
if
to
this
agree
happens
with Mike.
again?
So his argument right off the bat, Nick Volt, if you were trying to post a different picture, then yes, we get into the pedophilia argument of then why do you have that little boy's photo saved in your computer? If your intention wasn't to show it to Mike Cerrone to try to do something to Mike Cerrone, then what were your true intentions for that little boy's picture? I would have been like, yeah, it was an accident, missile fired off. I was gonna show it to him and try to freak him out, be like, yeah, your family could be touched or whatever, but when you're like, no, that was just part of my collection. I didn't mean to show it. I was saving that for something else, like something else. It'd be like, you're kind of, it's not looking too good. Plus, Nick Volt does bang men, so we know that part. Just saying, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities that he would like young men or whatever. He's a bit of a sexual deviant, and he's pretty proud of it. So,
Guys, let's take it back. All right, there's no reason we need to go this low. You guys
Take
should
it
be able to
on back to
intelligently
the
argue with each
streets.
other. Showing kids it's fucking
Okay.
crazy.
Right?
All right.
Right?
So let's keep it above the belt.
Crazy.
No, and I again, I'll admit it again. For the record, right now, I'm sure some of you are recording.
Mhm.
That was a mistake. I was just going through Mr. Cerrone's publicly available photographs.
Why do you
And this
have
is
them?
actually the one which I wanted to choose because
Nick, you're a sick person. You're a sick man, dude.
that's a cute stash.
I ain't no bitch till you make me one. But I bend over and take it like a slut. I don't know how the rest of the song goes. I assume it's some women stuff where they're like sluts. So Cap Dumb down there, Nick Volt, is showing this picture now of Mike with like his nose, a beard, and he's shirtless. So he has a picture of Mike Cerrone shirtless, which is, a weird position to have a guy, a picture of a guy, right? Oddly kind of like, when Mike took that picture and uploaded it, he was probably trying to get some girls to be like, look at me. I could grow a mustache and I got shoulders or something. I don't know. But arguably, I would assume he was either trying to get a guy or a girl or whatever. Anyway, the point is, like, the picture was meant to be like a flirty picture. That's the one Nick Volt saves. And the other one he saves is a little boy. You know why? Because both of them turned him on, allegedly. But my suspicions are growing, I know Nick Volt's a sexual deviant, but I mean, his depravity, it can only go so far down, can it? Let's see.
Okay, that's a picture.
Push my buttons, I go off like a shotgun.
Anyways, Russ,
I go off.
let me know when you want to know the answer. I totally get what you're saying
That
about
was the wrong song.
about answering.
That was a good song, though. I like that.
Climate change versus
I meant this
natural.
I don't think we can continue with the debate until you.
I can't keep playing the music. I gotta skip it.
I
That doesn't
do,
have anything
and
to
I
do
was
with
going
this
to address.
moment.
Hold on, I was going to address him
And you
afterwards.
think that was acceptable? This is only a response.
I haven't addressed him yet. I haven't addressed him yet. But you having those pictures is ridiculous.
He posted these pictures, not me.
Where at? On YouTube?
Facebook.
Nope, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Facebook,
Wait,
people post
wait.
pictures of
Why-
their family
why
members
can't I
all
do
the
that?
time, but why?
These are
why
public
would you?
photos he posted.
It doesn't
Are you
matter,
friends with him on
though. You're
Facebook?
taking someone's
No,
photo.
we're not friends. We're not friends.
I am.
No, we're not.
If you
have him
sorry.
blocked.
Hey,
Mike, I have him
no,
blocked.
you're right. You're Mike. We're not friends.
Mike, I
on
have him
Facebook.
blocked.
Like, we're
I'm
not
friends
friends,
with
Mike.
Michael
We're
Sherrone
not
on Facebook.
friends.
You're
Okay,
right.
so you realize pushing this envelope makes somebody else push their envelope, and it
This
keeps going until you
this
continue to get your
individual,
job called. And
said yesterday, and I have the recording if you want it.
I don't need
Next,
any
I'm
freaking
gonna go
recordings.
after your wife.
I'm sorry, what?
This individual has been spreading my cell phone number, my tenants' addresses.
No, I haven't.
Because he's
No,
too
I haven't.
stupid to realize that us adults have multiple properties.
No, I haven't.
Around.
you both
So
should
yeah,
stop, personally. It's
I will
stupid.
never dox him, but this is the only weapon which I have available
Using
right now.
families.
And
You can't go after him for intelligence
again,
global warming.
Again, these are photographs which he has publicly posted.
But they're not on YouTube, so they are strikeable.
They're
and
on
you can have Mr. P's
Facebook.
channel taken down.
Is that really
It's
your
not
argument
funny.
that because they're on Facebook and they're not on YouTube?
That is correct. That is the policy on YouTube.
I believe that might be a policy because in the strike that the Maria Schneider person filed, again, don't know who that is. It could be Lawrence's wife, or whatever his name is, Mr. Schneider's wife. But she did say, "Oh, it was a picture of my husband on Facebook, and they're using it to like whatever on YouTube." And basically, they took it without our permission, so they got a privacy strike that took down Waffles, I believe. So I don't know what Waffles showed. But whoever Maria Schneider is, she's married to probably, I'm guessing, Nunzio. I don't know. I don't know these days, you never know who's boinking who over here, as Lord Doc would say. Boink, 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 boink.
Dude, anyways, Russ,
I don't know.
you want to talk back about global warming?
I have taken somebody down for taking my pictures off YouTube. You want to try it?
Hold on a second. Mike.
I don't know who you are. Why would I post your photographs?
Mike, I promise
I'm
you.
telling you.
Why would you
promise
post
you I
a
will not
child
strike your channel. I
photograph that you don't even know? You're not even.
Mike, put your
related to
Cash
it.
App in the back.
I promise
Yeah,
you. I will
Golden,
not
again,
strike- I
it
will
was
not
a
strike your
mistake.
Mike,
I've got a whole
put
library.
your
of
Cash App in the
photographs,
back.
and I clicked the wrong one. That was my mistake.
Oh,
It's not
oh,
my
okay,
intention
well.
to do that.
Huh?
In fact,
Put your
if I had
Cash App
just
in the back,
posted
Jack.
it and Mike had said nothing about it, nobody would have known who that person was.
But
In
you
fact,
still did it.
I
Oh,
didn't
but
even
we
know
were
who he
side-eyeing
was.
you for putting a
That
child up
doesn't- that
there, so
doesn't
yeah,
make
we
it
have a problem
Anyways.
with it. Anyways, yourself, shut.
Well, Nick
not-
never
let's just
admits
not
that he
do
makes mistakes, and then he never admits to them. He's not an adult.
Exactly.
Are you
Now,
that
do I agree
stupid?
with
I
Mike
just
Tyrone running
admitted
around
to the
calling everybody
mistake. I
hush?
literally
Hush for
just
a minute.
admitted to the mistake. My God.
Did you accept
are
responsibility? Did you
You're obnoxious
apologize?
as hell. Shut up.
I am obnoxious because I'm smarter than you, you dumb whatever
Oh,
you
watch
are.
yourself. Watch yourself, sir. Don't go for me. Do not do it.
No, I'm going to go after you. You're going to
No.
defend Mike. This individual who wants to
Have
go
I
after
called you
my
a name?
wife, after
Have I
my
called you a name?
kids,
Nick, you do
after
not have
my
any
livelihood.
idea.
This person has been harassing my tenants. You're going to defend him
You're
just because
about
I
to
accidentally
open
posted
Pandora's
a
box.
Hold on, let me finish. Just because
You
I
don't even shut up for
accidentally,
anybody else to
just
talk.
because I
Open
accidentally
Pandora's box.
posted a photo which he
Somebody
publicly
mute him.
posted.
Somebody mute him.
And you're going to go on your high horse and say, "Oh,
I'll
you're
go on
some
my high
better
horse all I
person than
fucking
me."
want.
You're saying
you're
it was
dumb.
a mistake.
Ross,
Okay,
where's
I'm
your
done.
question?
Okay.
You're dumb.
Chicky,
I
I
give a
would say
fuck.
unleash the
Don't use
Kraken.
family. You can take his channel down.
Get some help from Capcom, the other sort of intellectual
From
powerhouse
our
there.
side of
Oh,
the
I can
drama
challenge you to a
community,
debate any day, brother. Okay?
Like,
from
how are
our side of the drama
Capcom,
community,
how are
You just
your
never shut up
ideas
for anybody to
are-
talk.
you are not going to like what you're about to receive, Nick. You have no fucking
Is that a
clue.
threat?
Never mind on what I just said. You
No,
okay?
it's not a threat. It's a promise.
Really?
Yes.
Uh,
You have
do
no
me a
idea
favor,
what
can you say
my
it
side
again?
of the drama community can do. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue what I can do.
You can't do anything.
We'll skip the
Hey,
music.
ladies and gentlemen, the kickoff game is still active, and Nick has been removed based on donation. Cap, please just say.
Let's see if Mike says anything.
So then yada yada yada. He goes. Then he's telling my ex-wife's a bitch, and he
Oh, okay. Actually, let's start
And
right here. Let's start.
everything was going well, and Nick comes on and he started
Here we go,
saying
here
the
we go.
most disgusting things. And he's asking me if my children have sex with each other. And
Ew.
He did.
He
He did.
said it multiple nights.
Nick
If
did
my
do
children
that.
have
Nick
sex with
asked
each other.
him if they
And
did
I
that.
and he I said,
He gets
Nick, my
real
son's
fucked up on his
23,
pills and
my other
does
son's
crazy
11.
shit.
Don't say stuff like that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to-
And then he goes, I don't give a fuck. I'll say what I want. So then yada yada yada. He goes, then he's telling my ex-wife's a bitch, and
He goes, yada,
she
yada,
only
yada.
banged me because she was
Chicky,
drunk.
thanks for coming up.
Yeah, no problem.
All this nasty things, right? So I kind of weathered through it, kind of got through it. Nick is a disgusting human being. Disgusting. I never called his tenants. I never contacted his tenants. He's lying.
Did you flip
And
it?
then I went back on the next night, just
Joey
to kind of
probably
like,
did.
kind of clear my mind, go back on. He comes back on the second night and says the same stuff again. Your kids have sex with each other, all this other stuff. Nick is a nasty person. He's a nasty person. That's all I have to say.
I'm sorry. So whose panel was this on, or was it clipped?
It was on Vegas.
I can vouch I did see that happen, Golden.
It was
Because I've learned a long time ago not to believe everything, and I
Yeah.
And he's showing pictures of my son. He just showed a picture of my grandson. What's his fixation with children?
I don't know, but I also don't agree with you running around calling people pedophiles unless they're convicted of such an incident.
Okay, let me ask you. So he called me a rapist. That's what he said.
Okay, and I don't agree with that. Two wrongs don't make a right.
This is what I think. This is the exact words I said. Come on. This is the exact words I said. I said, if you go around thinking about children fornicating with each other, then you're a pedophile. If you're thinking,
You said in this comment, Nick is a pedo.
yeah, because he talks.
It didn't have any context to it, so somebody who's not from the other channels would see it and hear the pedo.
Gotcha. So I want to give you the clarification on it. That's why I said that.
Well, I don't need the clarification. You just need to be careful with your words. Just like he needs to be careful with his words and what he's doing on the internet, you also need to do that too. Because you're not the nicest person either. You've done some really horrible things to other people, and you run around and you act like it's okay for what you do and that we don't see what you do around here. We do.
But I've never talked about people's children. Never done that.
Oh, but you've done a lot of things that are right on that border of falling over it, though.
Children. Talk about people's children, showing pictures of them, talking about
Hence
having
the night.
relations with each other.
Dun, dun,
I mean, there's
dun.
so then other people,
I have heard you speak really rudely about women.
hold on, other channels that don't even like me are going after him now.
I'm not going after anybody for you or for anyone. I'm going to just answer for how I feel.
I didn't say you. I said other
I know.
channels.
I heard you. I'm just telling you that just because a channel decides to go after him because they're, quote, siding with you doesn't make you innocent in all this.
They're not siding with
I would opine that Chicky went after substance and two individuals.
So now he's in hot water because people have contacted, his real life, and now he's in hot water because he's sitting there saying all this egregious shit about like sexual stuff about children and showing children's pictures and stuff like that, and you can't be doing that. You can't.
You also shouldn't be calling his job either. I mean, I'm not saying you are, but like, did you threaten to call his job?
I didn't call his job.
Did you threaten to call his job?
Yeah.
Then why did you do that?
Because he said my kids have sex with each other.
So you're going to go real life for something he said online.
Would you want someone like that teaching young minds?
Okay, it's still words on the internet. You're going to go real life on somebody because of words on the internet. You just said pedophile earlier.
That's somebody who has a mental illness.
You are not one to judge somebody's mental illness. You are nobody to him. You see him on panels every once in a while, but you don't know who that person is.
I guess he doesn't come back. That sucks.
Not to allow this shit to change me on a level where.
It's a good thing I checked. I was watching it because Mike was still up there, but it's a good thing I checked. All right, let's look for more Nick Voltrons. Nicholas Voltrons. There's got to be so many. It's turning into Mike stuff. Mike, Mr. Peas. The Rampage Turbo Week 1. Did we watch that? I don't remember. Nick Volt versus Mike Cerrone's lawyers. September 11th. Wow, this is how they spent their September.
Last night I was just
Huckleberry.
Wow. Mr. what's his lips start popping off, so I started screenshotting.
So these are the intellectuals that Harneet likes to hang out with. This fucking Huckleberry. Fucking Huckleberry Finn over here. I love it.
Mr.
Who?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Cerrone. I don't pronounce.
Oh
his
yeah.
name.
If you could, can you send me those screenshots?
Yeah.
You don't have to. I don't want to get
Absolutely.
anybody else involved, but I kind of need them.
Yep.
Teamwork.
I got him. You can have.
The Sam C.
I'm glad I took him because I'm like, well, I've seen this dude around and he's friends with Joey. So I don't know if anybody else is up and around and seeing what's going down, but I'm going to screenshot this shit.
Yeah, he done goofed. It's a
Yeah.
the internet. He done goofed.
And then I was sitting there watching
really
him, and then he goes and puts the phone down. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, he's got a world of hurt coming to him this week. So
Mhm.
when I say a world of hurt, nothing physical,
Right.
Adults, but yeah, he done goofed.
It wasn't right. And his excuse for it, he just kept repeating it. And
Irrelevant was, and not only that,
Right.
he's repeating a lie. So
I am familiar with him, so I knew,
yeah, no,
I'm not
but,
going to go with what he's saying.
both law enforcement and my attorney said, I shouldn't talk about it. But the fact is, I've talked to those people, and it's not just one police department; it's actually 3, just because of what he's done. And the fact that he talked about my wife, my children, and implied that he had weapons, and admitted online that.
So Nick Volt, your wife and your kids are shit, and I have all kinds of weapons. That doesn't mean let's go get fucking 3 jurisdictions involved in it. I feel like you're full of shit, Nick Volt, here. Like, obviously nothing came of this. Mike didn't get in any trouble whatsoever. So all the stuff Nick Volt was spewing, again, this is like 2 years ago almost. Just full of nonsense. And then he disappears for a long time. He stuck around a bit after I made him cry, but I don't know if that's still posted or not. That was a rough one. Arguably, if it is, I'll probably take it down because that was rough. I don't remember what I was saying to the guy. He just wanted to get along, and he was drunk, and he was tired, and I was trolling him. And no matter what, I wouldn't let up. Even when he gave in and gave me everything I wanted, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, fuck you, Harney. You're not good enough. You're just not good. And I just, and I really humbled him that day, I think. And then he ran away. It was weird. But he thought he was the master troll until, he ran into me. I mean, you could go fuck with Mike, but I mean, you're going to be the master troll somehow. Okay. It's like, yeah, go ahead and pick on the little wimpy kid and call yourself the master of the bullies or whatever.
His sole intention is to cause harm. I'm a pretty big boy. I got thick skin and stuff like that. But you start going real life,
pick on the
I'm
little
going to go
shit.
real life back at you.
The
But
little
I'm not going to do it illegally. I'm going to do it through the law. So, I really don't know what his logic was. And the worst part about it is he didn't actually go real life until he went to the enemy's channel and they told him, hey, by the way, I know I have all this personal information about this person. And so he I know yesterday he was trying to say, oh no,
So all of us, everybody that knows his name, Nick Volt. If you don't know Nick Volt, his name is Harneet Gruwal, if that's the correct pronunciation, but it's ballpark, the correct area, right? And he owns like a Subway, or his family owns a Subway or something. How do we know these things? Because of Joey Amico. Joey Amico told all of us this. You know why Joey Amico told all of us this? Because Joey and Nick Volt were friends, and they got in an argument, and Joey was like, fuck it, I'm a bullshit with this guy, until he beat Nick Volt into compliance, and arguably Nick Volt became a very good soldier. He became a very good soldier, but he was too cocky. He thought too highly of himself, and he thought his expertise would be something in this sphere of what we do, and his expertise did not help him whatsoever. Actually, you know, he showed up and we were like, this guy has Asperger's. You're probably good at physics and shit, but you're not good at being a troll, buddy. Nick Volt is not a troll. He's just an a-hole with Asperger's, honestly.
I just went there to talk shit on you. No, he went there to get information from the people who are the same people who are doxing people on this channel. So he fucked up.
He definitely did.
Yeah, big time.
There it is. He will be fired.
Yeah, you know, and the irony is Mike started this shit. He started messing with you, and then when he got all up in his feelings because you roasted him hard, now he wants to try to get you fucking fired. I'm like, really?
Yeah, unfortunately, what he poked a hornet's nest.
Why are we hearing?
He failed to realize that. Well, one, I'm
Joey?
very respected at my job. Two,
weird.
I don't work at a job where it's like I'm going to speak to the manager. It's like, you know, I'm a professional. And just at my work, there are 3 different organizations which are working on this right now.
Yeah, plus what you do on your own personal time has nothing to do with you. But
That's true too. In fact, in academia, there's something which we call academic freedom,
Yeah, and you know, every fucking job, there's a thing called just freedom for being an American citizen. You're allowed to say what you want on the internet as long as you're not breaking the laws. And if your company is okay with the laws you broke, as long as they're not too bad, and you know, if you did it while you're currently employed, you know, people might try to get you fired or something. You never know. Council culture or whatever, it could get you to lose your job pretty quick. But don't worry, you could get another one in a different field. Probably doesn't matter. People will forget about you. I don't know what the point of that was. I'm a little tipsy. I'm a little bit tipsy. How is Joey in this though? Because Joey's not up on panel, but Joey's responding to frickin' what's his name? Nick Volt. Is Joey the one with the Huckleberry picture now? Or is Joey with Huckleberry on 9/11? Or is this 9/12? It said 9/11 on the thumbnail, but oh wait, maybe it said 9/12. I think it said 9/11 on the thumbnail. It says 9/12 here, so I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping again. I don't know. Either way, I don't get how Joey is on the thing. How is Joey in this? Like, is Joey just like because there's only 2 people on panel, you know, Huckleberry and Nick Volt.
You know, the rules. Like I said, it's not like I work at a cell phone store. No disrespect to anybody who does that, but it's not like I work in retail.
With Huckleberry?
I'm going to call your manager. It's, you know, you are contacting, and you know, when he tried to contact the federal government, it's like, dude, you're contacting public institutions, which
where's the part where Joey talked?
Working on this right now.
Yeah, plus what you do on your own personal time has nothing to do with you. But
that's true too. In fact, in academia, there's something which we call academic freedom.
It's not Huckleberry's Mike, so I don't know.
The rules.
Weird.
Like I said, it's not like I work at a cell phone store. No disrespect to anybody who does that, but it's not like I work in retail.
I don't know how
I'm going to call your manager. It's, you know, you are contacting, and you know, when he tried to contact the federal government, it's like, dude, you're contacting public institutions, which
perhaps
it's not like I filled out an application
with them
to
or
work at these
something.
places.
Maybe
Not only
Joey's
that,
on Nick
and
Volt's
his
phone.
direct threats of violence. Yeah, I'm a big boy. I don't really, you know, but it's always good to be prudent. And in fact, there was another YouTuber just about 6 months ago where something very similar happened to him. I'm in contact with them, and they're also aiding me on exactly what to do. So yeah, but I don't really want to go into detail publicly because at this point I've been advised the best thing to do is not to engage with them. Of course, once everything happens, I'll be able to say whatever I want, and he will not
Correct.
under penalty of committing a crime, will be able to do any of the things he's doing. But I do want to point out
You'll
that
be able
it
to
was
say whatever
not
you want.
his idea to go after my work or
Arguably, you could
try
say
to find out
wherever he
where I
wants
live
to.
and stuff like that. In fact, he's trying to harass my tenant.
The reason your attorneys and the police say, "Oh, don't go and talk about the case," is because they think if you do, you'll hurt your case. But the truth is, you're out here talking about the case anyway, or whatever, any alleged case. You're going to hurt the case in general. But if you're in the right, you should be able to go out there and talk about the case. Like the lady that P. Diddy kicked in that hallway. If I were her, I'd talk about the case. I'd be like, go out there, talk about the case, tell everybody what's going on, let them know, what's going on. But if you're P. Diddy, it'd be like, don't talk about, don't let anybody know what's. They'd be like, you seem really guilty, just saying, you seem hella fucking guilty when you're like, we're just not gonna talk about it now.
Tenants, because I own a few houses, and
no, you don't.
In fact, today I got a message
Daddy
where I was
owns
like,
a
"Do
few
you live in Mesa,
houses.
Arizona?" I was like, "Ooh, do I own a house in Mesa?"
Your dad gave you a house. You already admitted that. So the fact if you own multiple houses, it just means your daddy gave you more houses, Nick. It's not really a flex when your daddy's buying everything for you just so you could be a fucking junkie and pretend to be smart.
In Arizona, and the reason why I'm sort of self-doxing that is, because if you start harassing my tenants, that's an additional crime.
Yep.
So, he really fucked up. Joe, I sent you a message on Discord. Did you take a look at it?
He didn't.
Talk about that
He
tomorrow.
didn't.
That's okay.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wake up pretty early, so but I
Oh,
do need. I do
Find
need
me
to
on
have-
Discord. I'll send them to you.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Or just email
Uh,
me. You can find my email on my YouTube page. I'll post it again.
I put it in the chat.
Let's skip around for some more drama. Drama. Big Bull was always
I'm not
drama.
into that stuff. I went to college, and but my family, which immigrated here, goddamn right, they own Subways. They own Subways, Baskin Robbins, and of course 7-Elevens and 2 gas stations.
Damn.
But they make more money than I do, so there's that.
Yeah, I bet they do.
But
They
I
probably
don't really
work
know what his problem
constantly,
is,
though.
because and I even asked him yesterday. I go, and just like you said, it's like, going real life, you're not coming after me anymore. You're coming after tertiary people. In fact, yesterday he said, it goes, your wife is next. Like, really?
Oh yeah, who else would be next?
Damn, he said that about your wife?
Yeah.
Well, if you guys know anything about our community, again, we got Joey is the guy on the phone, like talking in. He's on the phone with Nick. I'm guessing he's talking in through Nick's fucking speaker or whatever. He's like speakerphone in it. Like I said, Joey doxed Nick Volt. That's how we got the Harneet Gruwal name. That's how we know his name. That's how we learned he owned Subways, or his family did, because Joey started calling his family Subways, harassing them. Joey was the one doing these things. Joey was the one that did these things. So Nick Volt's going to be like, hey, you guys found out all this information and you're using it against me. And it'd be like, yeah, and the guy that, gave us all the information is that little fella right next to you, and all respect to Joey. I'm not beefing with Joey. Me and Joey are cool as far as I know. We're cool still, like I'm trying not to fight with anybody. I'm just trying to do my damn show. But, I do got to tell the truth, or at least my perspective of things, and you guys could tell yours, it's fair enough. And we could agree to disagree. We don't got to get into battles about everything, but we could get into battles. It would be fun. But, anyway, I don't know. We'll just get back to the video, I guess. Until I remember, I'm getting a little tipsy, so I'm like rambling. I'm like, yeah.
He said that last night.
Yes, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
you don't have nothing to do with it.
Now, of course, what he's doing is operationally insignificant, but in his mind, he thinks it's significant, which means, yeah, he's actively trying to destroy my life over what? Which again, you can talk big on the internet. It happens. I mean, when Joe and I were going through our thing with Dr. Dave, of course we were blustering, but we all had rules. We would never cross that line. Apparently, I guess he's not that mature. Maybe he's not been around the internet that much, but actions like that have consequences because now you've crossed the line.
Yeah.
And I think he naively thought that, I'm just some lowly employee somewhere. It's like, no, that's
Not Harneet.
And
not Harneet.
I have a whole team of people which are on this. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, right before my, because I teach an online class on Tuesday nights. Yeah, I had my local PD down here. We were sitting in my living room. We were going over stuff. So tomorrow I'm going to a courthouse to file some documents.
How
Yeah, just get a
embarrassing.
harassment order or
How
something.
embarrassing, right?
That's
Yeah,
the start.
but you know how that gonna has consequences. Like you cannot be on the same channel, and like you can technically not be on here together. But
Right? Like, so that's what I was thinking too, is like, hey, if you're gonna file those kind of charges, you can't keep showing up on these people's live streams and interacting with them. And the only one that's doing these things to you is fucking Joey. That's the only person that doxed you, fucking Nick Volt. He's the only one that doxed you. He's the only one that doxed your cum dumpster wife, is what he wrote on the picture when he doxed her. He called her a cum dumpster. There was like little jizz things, dogs peeing on her and everything. Like, it was outlandish. But I mean, like, that was Joey, right? That wasn't us. We didn't do that to you. So to blame us for things Joey did is not something that you should be doing. Again, I'm not beefing with Joey. I'm just saying, let's call a spade a fucking spade and not whatever fucking benefits us at the time,
Yeah, once that happens. But the way it goes is the problem is on him. For example, if I show up, like let's say I got a protection order against Saul, right? Or let's say let's say Saul got a protection order against me. Let's say Saul.
oh, wait a minute, we have him. We have him in the chat. I'm gonna drop him a link. This is gonna get good. We have round.
Nick, I sent him to you, so you should have him.
Yeah. No, actually, if he comes up on the chat, I'm not. I'm gonna have to go because I don't want.
You can
No,
say
it's
legal.
Even
It's
though
legal.
my ego would like me to put him in his place, I don't want to.
You can still sit here. Just
Cause
say what
any
you have to say.
harm to
No,
any
Nick,
individual.
It's not a legal case right now, so you can.
Not yet, but I don't
Yeah,
want to
not yet.
damage
Yeah.
any
Correct.
potential.
But he
He's
might want
smart
to
not to.
apologize. He may just end the beef right now with you.
I
Let's see what
mean,
he has to
look,
say.
you are a smart man. You know how to work with words.
That would be
yeah.
wise. If he did that, then
I think he's going to.
I
think
would
he's going to.
Well,
I
I
would
sent you the
disengage.
email. I sent the screenshots to you.
Let's
Okay,
see.
J-Dub, I will.
Did I get that?
Oh my God, is that Jeremy?
What's happening?
He's back.
I'm back.
Got it. Oh, I like your name
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
We're just getting started.
Let's get it started in here.
I'll sit. We're about to see. We could,
Yeah.
Oh, Mike's here. Cool.
This is the midstream plot twist.
I'm gonna be quiet. You're just making history now. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute up, but I'm here.
What's new?
What a dumbass. You can't even spell my legal name correctly.
Well, I hope it's helpful. I wish I would have took more now.
And again, I'm a firm believer in free speech. Like, dude, I mean, you can say whatever you want, and words are just words. But that's the rules on the internet. When you go real life, even if you're disclosing public information, like information which is publicly available, it's still not appropriate. But
J-Dub, you can post your email in the chat, You can post it in the chat.
So if Big Boy wants to come up here, that's fine. I'm
Hey,
willing.
said he would. I got the feeling that he's just gonna be at peace with you just by his way he sounded. Give me a few minutes or whatever.
I'm not sure about that. We gotta see. We gotta see.
You know, honestly, it doesn't really matter what he says. I mean, if he apologizes, then I'll put in the effort to sort of disengage with stuff which is already in motion. But if he wants to come up here and just talk crap, I don't have to say anything to him because the fact is the ball's already rolling.
Rolling.
I don't have to say anything anymore.
Rolling.
I hope
I
you
don't even
guys
have
can
to
work
defend
it out
myself
because
anymore.
you know,
Is it coming?
I like Mike. You know what I mean? Mike's controversial, but I get along with the guy, and he started at my channel last year. So
yeah.
Well,
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm gonna snap into
I
a
had no
Slim
problem
Jim.
with Mike until
Snap
days
into
ago.
a Slim Jim.
But that's
Random as
why
fuck.
I want to have a conversation with a couple of us, including you, Joe, off, in private, just because.
Shoo, not me.
He did things which were against this channel too, stuff which you may not be aware of. So,
Ooh.
I mean, you forget. I mean, Joe, you pointed out like, we've been doing this internet thing for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
yes,
playing the
Joey
little
Wyatt.
14-year-old anymore.
Oh shit.
yeah.
State the obvious as a question. What exactly are you saying Mike has done illegally, Mr.
Well,
Nicole?
like I said, I don't want to talk about it publicly because I don't want to jeopardize any potential either. Well, it's like when you play poker, you don't show your hand. Also, the cool thing is, which I learned a long time ago, is true power is having power and letting the other person know you have power, that you can use it anytime you want. So, but yeah.
Does he need direction?
As far as I'm concerned, he's inconsequential at this point.
I get the power.
You know, the cool thing about when you have resources and you have people behind you is you don't have to fight your battles. You pay people to do that for you.
Amen.
And I want to make it clear that it's not that like I'm being a little child and somebody said bad words. It's like no. I mean, you know me. You've seen me. I can take a lot of criticism online, but the things he's done, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. I mean, this was one of the few channels he got respect on, and like you were talking about Julia yesterday, it actually is really disappointing. I mean, I was serious that, when I go to Virginia, I totally have a beer with him. I mean, I got a lot of shit for defending him on some of the hate channels, which he went on to find the information about me. And that's kind of shitty. But like I said,
I don't know him. I've never talked to him, and he's a dick to me. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Everybody, when he first sort of showed up on YouTube, they're like, "Oh my God, have you talked to Mike Cerrone?" Because they're like, "Oh, I bet you'd have fun with him because giving him a hard time." Everybody told me to hate him. I don't let other people tell me who I should and should not hate. Same reason why sometimes I get shit for coming on this channel. It's like I don't need to ask you, some random stranger on the internet, who I can and cannot be friends with. I make my own decision.
Exactly.
People show me who they are, and yeah, sometimes a bad judge of character, it happens. And in this case, I think I clearly was a bad judge of character. But yeah. So whatever.
Okay, Devil. We got somebody. He's known worldwide. This man needs no introduction. The one, the only,
Mike Cerrone.
My Cerrone.
San Francisco treat.
You're muted, Mike. You're muted.
Mike, you're muted.
I cannot read lips.
How you doing, Aussie, man? Good to see you. Hope everything's good.
You're still muted.
Still muted, Mike.
Here we go.
There you go. Go ahead.
Nope. Now you unmuted and muted again.
You're muted again.
Here we go.
There you go.
Aww.
What up, y'all?
What's up, Mike?
Yeah. So, Huckleberry, nice to meet you. I've never met you, but nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you.
You know what this guy did? He said on multiple nights, my kids have sex with each other.
Okay, Mike.
Well, this ain't gonna go good.
That's what he said.
Mike. Let's
My
not get
kids
into the
have
details.
sex with each other, and I'm a rapist.
Mike.
Yeah.
I told you, Joe, earlier, we're going from beautiful scenery to that topic. I told you.
Nick, you are so fucked, dude. You are so fucked.
Not where I'm sitting. It's
You are
the other
so
way around.
fucked. He said my kids have sex with each other on multiple
No,
streets. My sons are 11 and 23. And then he said, well, 11-year-olds should be able to have sex. You're a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck.
Mike, look.
Yeah.
Mike, listen, look.
What's the matter, Nick?
First-
You humbled now, Nick?
Mike,
You're gonna call the cops on me?
Mike,
Nick, you just threatened to murder a woman. You threatened to murder a woman.
Mike, hold on. Mike, hold on. Just want to
murder
clarify
a
something.
woman.
Mike, come on, listen, hold on. I gotta ask you something.
Sure.
First of all, Nick didn't say your kids have sex with each other. He asked you. He said, "Do your sons have sex together?" That's what he said.
And you condone that, Joe.
Well, hold on. Out of fairness, I condone a lot of stuff you do. You call women cunts. You say,
Do I talk about children having sex, Joe?
no, it doesn't matter.
Have I ever talked about children having sex?
No. First of all, the kids that he was referring to with you were grown men.
No, my son's 11 and 23.
But you have two other kids that are grown ups, right?
No, he said I have two sons.
A little tipsy right now.
All right, but like needless to say, it doesn't matter.
Like I haven't drank in a while. I'm all like,
I said to him that night, dude, don't say that because my son's 11 and 23, right? So he should have said, okay, your son's underage. I'm not.
So one kid's 11 and one kid's 23. Okay. So we got that. That was like 2 years ago. So now one kid's 25 and the other kid is 13. So 25, let's say if he has a kid around 18, 19, his kid would be like maybe 4 or something, like maybe 4 to 5-ish. I don't know how old the kid was in the picture. He looked like he was maybe 10. So maybe that isn't like Mike Cerrone's grandkid. He's probably lying about that. It's just some random kid, and Mike probably just bit down on it. It was like, I'm gonna say that's my grandkid or something, but I don't know. We never really got to the end of it, so we'll find out eventually if it is or not. Got questions. I got questions for Mike. I got questions for Nick.
Mike asks again if my sons have sex, knowing my son is underage.
Mike, but
everybody came out of the woodwork when Joey came back. That's what happened.
Let me ask you.
Joey comes back. Everybody comes out of the woodwork.
Did he threaten to harm you?
He threatened to kill Dutchie.
No, that's not what I asked you.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't threatened to kill Dutchie?
Dude, all I'm telling you is this. Nick,
No. I'm listen. No, he didn't.
Oh, he fucked up. He fucked up
if
big
he
time.
threatened to harm you guys,
what are the cops going to do to me? Nothing.
Well, if you're calling his job and
all right, screw it. I'm gonna go watch this Joey thing. Since Joey doesn't want to let me up, I'm gonna watch it. I gotta see what's going on because Dr. Chink's there, and that's gonna be funny. Dr. Chink's gonna go up. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck you, Mike Cerrone. I told you I was your replacement. Look at me.
You got Dr. C up in his.
I hope Joey don't get mad and strike me. If he does, so if Joey gets mad and strikes me, I'll just go to the backup channel or whatever, right? So that would just be a thing, if he gets mad and strikes me. But I'm hoping Joey doesn't get mad and strike me. I'm hoping we could just be friends, especially since he helped me get rid of the false copyright strikes against Suzal. Again, you could do all those things, but the only thing that's going to happen is you lose your copyright tool, and then chaos ensues. And even after that, you can play all the shady games you want, but you're never going to have a channel if all you're doing is fighting other channels. Your channel is never going to grow, especially when it's already low or little and a bigger channel's attacking it. That's not good for business. You need to be the biggest fish in the ocean before you start attacking other things, you know? Like, and none of us are really that, so we should all just chill the fuck out, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm guessing Joey's not gonna do that. He's probably gonna strike the channel eventually. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully not. Fingies crossed. Fingies crossed. You know, we'll see. Will Joey do it? Will he not? He said he would before.
Hey, wrong.
But I do want to see the Dr. Chink. He's
up,
up on
Dr.
Joey's. He has Nunzio there.
Hey,
Nice.
friends, what's up, Vegas? Nunzio, Zell, Jeremy.
Got Quick
What's
Vic
up,
over here.
Fried,
Oh shit,
Paladin,
we got
all
Quick
the
Vic
people
over
in the
here.
chat. Shit, I'm so excited to be here. And fuck, I just gotta say, Vegas, man, a big congrats to you, bro.
Thanks.
You know,
Appreciate it.
you paid your debt back to society.
Did.
You're continuing to push forward. You know, you're on that grind. And you know what? To me, that's real work. That's real work, Vegas, because
Oh,
it
you're
takes
looking for
character.
scum
It
tonight.
takes character to
For
like
scum tonight.
rebrand, and like come back
He's around.
stronger.
He's
And you're
doing
just
scum
that, bro.
tonight things.
Like
He's
you're,
out there.
you're hitting
He's
this
out there
channel
doing
hard
scum
with
tonight.
purpose and presence. So that has my respect. And as for me, and all the critics out there, I go wherever the fuck I want to go. I talk to
Yeah.
who I choose to want to talk to, man. I don't follow anybody's narrative, all right? You know, or clicks, right? I think for myself. You know, everyone has a clean slate with me. I've only been doing this shit for a month.
Yeah.
I've been on over 15 panels. You know, because look, I know nobody is perfect. You know, we all got to pass, but like what matters to me is what you're doing right now. But, you know, to the ones that are running their mouths and shit, cam up, because it's a whole different level to come up on this motherfucker, to cam up and use your real
How
name.
did Dr.
your
Ching
real
get on there?
identity.
I was trying to
I'm
go up
out
there.
here. I'm out here with Joe,
Where's the link
with
at?
Nunzio,
Where's the join link
with
at?
Zell, with Jeremy, with Pot Fried. I'm using
Oh,
my real name, my real face. I'm standing 10 toes
Oh,
down.
you gotta
know,
be
I
in
don't
the
fucking
Discord
hide.
or something.
And I don't
think.
fold. I don't follow, so that's the
I
difference.
think
And
you
you know
need
what
to
I've
be in the
learned really
Discord
quick?
to get the link.
Like it's one thing to be in the bushes and to
Yeah, 'cause it's
fucking
not
just be
there.
a keyboard warrior and shit. But if you want to know the personalities yourself,
it's not that one.
fucking cam up and get to know people. Right? I'm here for the lore.
Yeah.
I'm here to
No
I'm here
link.
to learn from people and the lore. All right.
I believe D-Band's a real person. Right, King Corso? I seen D-Band around. Yeah, but that's true.
D-Band's
That's
real.
true, Doc.
Do
Yeah,
a
let me get
lower
one.
light,
Someone
a
messing
cooler
around.
light.
But
Wait,
that's
warmer.
true.
They're warmer.
Chinky,
That's cooler.
Dr. Chinky, because
Cooler light. There you
they're always
go.
talking all
Cooler
this stupid shit. Oh, he's scared to cam up. Rawr. But I was messing with them
Put it back up
because
there.
my whole time, last 6 weeks, you know, I just did my avatar. I didn't cam up. And they're always like, oh, man. They're like, you know, they're like, oh, his face is melting. You know, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? He aged. You know, he aged. He looks like he's 80 years old. I was like, what are you talking about, man? I feel amazing. I feel healthy. You know,
Hell yeah.
I mean,
you're looking
dude,
solid, bro.
I'm 54 years old. You know, it's like I'm in good shape for being 54. I always took I took care of myself. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be better than anybody else. I'm just trying to be the best me that I can be. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean?
That's what's
I'm not
up.
trying to compare
That's what's
myself
up.
with anybody. I'm just trying to be the best that I can possibly.
That's not
be
bad.
myself,
That's not a
you know what I mean?
bad. That's not a bad way
That's all I'm
to
trying
live
to
your
do.
life for Joey.
Bro,
That's good.
I heard your intro. Like, you know, you stepped to the plate. You know, you met the challenge. People saying you're not camming up, throwing shade your way. And I like how you said it. You know what? I'm going to cam up whenever the fuck I want to cam up. Nobody's going to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it on my time.
I just noticed one of these guys is literally in a hospital bed. Like, this guy's like in a fucking hospital bed. And not that that's like if I were in a hospital bed, I know Suzelle had said, hey, when I was in the hospital, I was in so much pain, I couldn't do these things. But like, I feel like if you're there for like a prolonged time, you probably would want to get online and talk crap. Now, would I cam up? No. If I was laying in a bed like that, maybe I'd cam up and show you guys once, but I wouldn't stay there cammed up the whole time. That'd be weird to me. Just a little weird. But I mean, shouts out to him for his bravery and openness in that difficult time he's going through, clearly. Unless that's his house and it just looks like a fucking nursing home. But this guy looks like he's in a hospital bed. You know, I think he's dying. He's like, no,
Dude,
this
I
is just
cammed
my
up a million
house.
times. Most people here, you see my streams, they see me cam up. So
Yeah, like,
camming
is
up
it
is
his
nothing
house?
to them. You see me a million fucking times.
Is
you know
it
what I
a
mean?
home?
But if you ever noticed, Doctor, see, the people that are saying that, they're the ones who don't cam up.
Correct.
It's like why do I got to cam up? I'll cam up
And
when I
niggas
want to cam up,
dying
not when
right
you
now.
tell me to.
Oh, he came
know
back
what
to
I'm saying?
life. You see that? He was like,
So
ah.
the last 6 weeks, I just
Snapped out.
all
Like, he's
right,
like,
let 'em
again,
say
he's
all
falling
this hot
asleep.
shit. They're
He's
saying
falling
everything.
asleep again.
You're saying I
Falling
was in
asleep again.
Phoenix. The idiots in Canada, you're out there saying, oh, he's still locked up. Meanwhile, I'm at the fucking mall buying Nikes on the live stream. You know what I mean? They're feeling dumb all the way around. He said I was going to my cousin's house. He said we sold the house. He said that Big Mama moved back to Georgia. Big Mama's about to jump on panel here in a little bit. She's doing a little Bible study. Once she's done with her Bible study, she's going to jump up on panel. So you'll see another fucking loss they're going to take.
That's what's
So,
up. And you know what? You know what?
yeah.
You know what, Vegas? Like, if you got a bunch of haters, riding on you, that means you're doing something right. That means you're doing something right, man. So fucking stay strong.
You get
Everybody
burned by
out
that
there,
Goose
Kane,
Ellies.
everybody,
Shit. Never mind, me and
Nunzio,
Suze are close.
everybody,
Things
fucking
like that.
stay
Me and her are
strong
cool.
and don't let the haters
I got
get
them
you
not
down.
safe,
Only
too.
you define who you
We're
are.
friends.
Right?
Yeah. Marks. We're cool. I gotta learn how to be
just-
cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't move when they
chill
tell
out,
me to.
you know, I gotta learn
I
how
don't
to
follow
chill
their
out
crowd.
sometimes. Sometimes
that's
I'm
why I
just
don't like when
like,
they're always. I
you
know
know,
you
just comes
you're
around
going
and
at it with
like-
Mike, but that's because Mike's attacking you. But so many people dogpile Mike. These channel owners, and it's like, come on, man. Mike doesn't even have a channel. Mike's just, he's just someone who goes around and just jumps on panels. So it's not like he doesn't have a platform. Yeah, he doesn't have a platform where he could.
Vegas, I'll be
open up a
honest.
lot.
Part of me likes Mike. Mike.
Yeah.
Mike brings out the best and the worst in me, right? And like with these interactions that I've had with Mike, it's helped me to realize something about myself in terms of like the roast game and just maintaining frames. So it's been really good, like practice for me to get into this Panelverse community because this motherfucker is fucking vicious, man. I had no idea who Mike was when I started off in CT. When I started going in on him and we started having these battles, the more I learned about him, I'm like, oh shit, he's semi-famous.
Can I get this the general?
Yeah.
When you
So,
start
I respect him for that. I respect him for his grind.
audience.
And that's sincere, Mike.
I don't know if that makes
Let's
you
give
the
the- let's give-
general,
let's
but
give the
yeah.
fans what they want.
You definitely get
Mike-
more audience when
I'm
you
sure Mike will come
jam
over
up
eventually. I'm
sometimes.
surprised he's not here right now.
Oh, he's probably in the bushes somewhere. But come up, Mike. Let's have a friendly
I
discussion.
think I'm blocked over on Joey's
All
chat
right,
because I was
let's
trying
see
to chat and I
something.
couldn't even get any comments in or nothing.
And Paladin and Jeremy, again, Vegas, I was listening to your intro. For you to have solid friends like
I was gonna say that is something that I noticed. A lot of these people that I have up on panel, like Joey Amico, I've had him up on panel like 6 times since he's been back. Arguably about 6 times on my panels. I've had him up here for hours. Talk to him, was nice to him, everything cool, whatever. Same thing with Mr. P. Like I had Mr. P up here a lot, and those are the 2 that I noticed. It'd be like, hey, I'm blocked in your chats, even though when I see you guys over on my thing, you guys come over here, you leave all kinds of comments and do whatever. You even got wrenches and shit. But I can't even leave a comment in your comment section, let alone come up. I tried to go on Mr. P's. Mr. P didn't let me up. I don't know about Joey. I don't know if Joey will let me. I'd be like, but definitely my hospitality and kindness is not reciprocated the way you would think it would be, in my opinion. Just as just one kind grown man to others, whatever. Anyway, enough of my grievances.
Paladin and Jeremy
Oh, yeah.
while you were serving your time. That says a lot. That says a lot about your character and the friendship that y'all develop and continue to make strong, right? Even in like your lowest point, you got friends that were looking out for you. That's fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
wish I had friends like that.
You didn't see Jeremy jumping around on all these other panels. He was, you know, same with Paladin. They were like, "No, fuck that. We're just gonna wait."
I was saying stupid shit in chats, like I always do.
Like Pot Fried, dude. You rare. I don't, man. You know how rare it is to see Pot Fried on the panel. But he comes up here because it's like he feels like he's at home. He's been hanging with us for a long time. He's been hanging with us for like 3 years.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time I've ever been on a panel.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was on Dolly Vision, then Kane's Catharsis that night, and then tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I just like to talk shit in the chat. I just like to get high as fuck and just sit there and fucking read other people's comments that are hella funny, you know?
We need to get Huckleberry out there. What up, Huck? Let's see. The greatness was fake. Mary forgets. Unbelievable.
Vegas, I love all the personalities here, man. And like I was saying before, it's one thing to be in the bushes and type on the keyboard, but if you really just want to know the person on an individual level, hop on a panel. Hop on a panel and talk to people. Sometimes there's like more than 1 or 2 sides to a story. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the fun part is learning about the history and the lore. So I'm here for the lore, man. I'm here for that resiliency. I want to see how people handle like hardship and criticism, to see how tough they are mentally. That's the shit I'm addicted to.
And that's why I had to cam up, because I told everybody, I said, look, dude, I will cam up on my very first live stream. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you guys sound stupid. They sound so dumb. They sound so dumb.
The ball's in their court now. The ball's in their court.
They'll never cam up. Cheesehead will never cam up. Squishy, only time she cams up is when she has a cam slip. And her cam slips are really bad.
Squishy could arguably look sexy though. No. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure if Squishy puts on like a white tee, she combs her hair, she brushes her teeth, uses a little whitener on her, maybe a little light makeup or something, some eyebrows. I don't know, just some. Like she puts a little work in there, like she'd become arguably fuckable at the very least. Just something. But Squishy is definitely fuckable. There's potential there. As much as Joey can fuck Julia, there's potential for, Squishy to get fucked by men. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's an equal relationship,
Bro, you see the picture? You see the picture that I post on my community?
No, I don't drink water.
She's got a big fucking bulge in the back of her neck. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a fucking ball.
She's pathetic. There's that little rock star.
I am a boy. They're good.
She is a rock star. Little Liliana.
Liliana.
You look. Thank you, Julia.
Liliana's been going live like constantly, bro.
Liliana, jump on the panel.
Liliana goes live like twice a week, bro. Why weren't you just going up on her panels if you wanted to? She's going live. She goes live. She sits there for like an hour alone, rambles on about whatever it is, and then she kicks rocks, kind of thing. Like you could have totally popped up there, Joey. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, Liliana's been up there presenting.
I'm gonna throw the link out there one more time.
One more time. Yeah, one more time.
I think it was on Nunzio's.
He put it out there. If he put it out there, I could save it.
Or on Zell's. Like I
could go out there.
I was rapping with Sweet Tea on the side panel.
Oh yeah, got it.
And with those like toy action figures, Vegas, and everybody, I was telling Sweet Tea, holy shit, this is funny. But I feel guilty and bad for laughing. But I have to laugh. You got to find the humor in life, man. I got along with everybody, man. But like, it's like one of those cognitive dissonance things, right? It's funny. I mean, I appreciate irony and humor in life, but I feel bad for laughing sometimes. But I can't hold it in. I'm gonna
Squishy. Ashley Green. She is a little chubbier white woman, not very chubby though, like thick, kind of arguably thick. Like if she worked out, she'd be thick, like she'd look good if she just did a little working out, maybe lifted a little weights or just did some running, some aerobics, started stretching, study the Kama Sutra or something, then she'd be good to go. But she hasn't did that yet, but she'll do that. She just has to hook up with me and Joey, and we'll get her right, get her tight. We'll get her with that snapback. I don't know. I'm just saying crazy shit. I've been drinking, Fernando.
Gonna implode.
Also, Israel is they are free. I think.
I'd buy some of them shits.
They were
Nunzi,
free.
you got to make those things, man.
I got a website too.
I heard
got a
you're
website
getting mad at them though.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, they're going up. You can destroy them, all that shit. Whatever you do with them. You can put them on a noose. Whatever you want to do.
Those action figures, that is the funniest shit I've seen come out in a while. And,
right.
Zelly and Nunzio. I don't know which one of them thought of that shit, but that was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant.
What's an AI?
That is content. That is creative shit, man. That's a new spin on things, man. That's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Liliana
and Dr. Chink's glazing.
She cams up.
He is glazing.
A lot of times she's been on my panel and she'll.
I learned that
she'll
term
walk around
recently.
and,
glazing.
give us a tour with her camera.
Yeah,
and he is.
She did that in Philadelphia, whatever city she's in. Yeah, I remember one time she was in Santa Monica. She walked through Randy Rhoads, the guitarist for Ozzy, who got killed in a plane crash.
Oh no shit!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Thing,
I don't care.
I got into some kind of spat or disagreement or differing viewpoint with like a person that I'll make nameless because I'm not a snitch.
His name's Mike
and,
Cerrone.
I blocked
Mike
this person
Cerrone.
a couple of days ago.
Oh no, you didn't
And
block Mike.
long story
Mike.
short, I guess there was this mischaracterization, and it's reminiscent of the time when, I got blamed for somehow demonetizing Chaotic Truth's podcast, and
Like
it was
3
heartbreaking,
weeks ago.
man.
That happened
I've
like
been
3
accused of all
weeks
kinds
ago.
of shit, like since I started a month ago. But you know what? Like what these people don't know, because I come from like the UFO community. I come from a paranormal community, from the parapsychology community.
Whoa,
like
again,
my name's
Dr.
already out
Chingalore.
there. My credentials are out there. I use my real name and face out there. Like thousands of people already know who I am.
Oh, so we got the Dr. Chingalore. He's like, hey, I'm famous. Thousands of people know me, just not necessarily on YouTube yet. But when I get them coming in and they see how I've been roasting y'all.
So it's like, I put my real name, I put my story in a couple of servers because, I'm going to own it. Like, if they're going to dox me, it's not anything new. Like, my name's already been out there for 3 years. I'm not scared of shit, man. Like, fucking, I own
My
what I
mind's
say.
been out there
my
for at
record
least
is
30.
clean. I got no skeletons in the closet, and I am who I say I am. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's nothing new. I'm not scared.
They actually did you a favor. They doxed you and they showed. Probably, I mean, everybody has a name, so it's no big shock that you have a first and a last name. But what they did, they showed that
I'm
you got no
surprised he
criminal
did.
record.
I'm surprised he had a first and last name.
And so,
Yeah, I told you, Vegas. Like, I was president of the chess club, the psychology club, the speech and debate. I got 2 master's degrees. I got 2 more years left in my clinical psychology program. I have my own practice. I come from a good family. I put in that work, man. I got nothing to hide, but it says more about them. It says more about them than me. I'm probably like the cleanest motherfucker up in here. So if anything, like if somebody like me with my kind of acumen can come up into this community and hold it down, I'll fucking do it.
yeah, you got I mean, since he showed your record and he put it out there, like I said, they hooked you up.
Traffic tickets.
So,
I got traffic tickets. That's it.
ooh, traffic tickets. But on that note, since they did that, we're gonna hook you up and give you the stamp of approval.
Oh shit! I'm fucking certified. Hell yeah!
He is certified. He can walk through the streets. He gets the stamp of approval, guys.
Nice.
He's got good paperwork.
Hey.
He's got good
Fuck
paperwork.
yeah, man. Hey, that means a lot to me, man. Holy shit!
That's
Hey,
it.
that's an honor, man.
Clean paperwork.
Yeah.
Now Tommy DTV, not good, Tommy. You got rejected, Tommy. Your paperwork's bad, Tommy. Messing with those kids and man. Did you hear the recording that we played earlier, Dr. C?
Which one?
This ain't none of us talking. This is Tommy. Now, if you listen close, this is what he said.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do.
I just got an email. This is what he said. He said that that he was 28 or 29, and he waited until his girl turned 18 before he got her pregnant. So if you waited until she turned 18, that means you were with her before she turned 18, right? So, and you're 28, 29 years old. That is, yeah. But listen to his own words. And he says it right at the beginning of this clip. Listen to him. And then what's funny is Quick Vic. You'll hear Quick Vic in the background. Yep, me too. Tommy, same here. Me too, Tommy. Here, I'm gonna play it again.
That's crazy.
Real close. Yeah, ready? Watch.
So
My kid's mom was young too, but I waited till she was 18 then. I got her pregnant. Listen, Vic, I was 20, I was like 27, 28, and I got her pregnant at 18. She was 18. But she was 18.
She's an adult at 18.
She was 18. She was 18. And we were using together, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Getting high together.
Same shit, Tommy.
Wow, he said same shit, Tommy. Me too. She was 18. I'm like, oh my God, dude, she was 18. You're 28, 29, bro. He waited. He did her a favor. He goes, and then he said, oh.